Live. What's up, guys? Justin R. Harris here. Welcome back to my channel. Real estate, commercial investing, commercial real estate, residential. You know, it's all brought to you by KW. Home office is right here in Palm Beach County. So, KW Reserve. Much respect out to my group there. We have so many agents there. It's like if I were to sit here and just start name dropping, we have a lot of talented people there. But that's not what we're here to do. We're here to get down and dirty because it's a temperature check today. Today's episode brought back to you guys once again. You know, sometimes when I get ready to dig in on a lot of this stuff, I try to, reflect on the week before and so forth. But what I did was, without asking you guys for permission, I actually dropped Wednesday. I did that because I have another playlist that I've been building, and it's called, it's basically a business solutions kind of thing, where I'm just breaking down the different things for business solutions, right? And then I also kicked in a bunch of other things that I wanted to make sure that I build up for you guys. I have this whole school platform that I'm about to drop on you guys. It's going to be membership only, and it's going to show you guys how to become successful, literally completely changing your mindset. I really can't wait for you guys to experience that. I'm going off on a tangent here because I have so many great things that I've been working on and building and structuring so that I could bring you guys a more solid product. All of this is live. See, the thing is you got a lot of guys out there, and I'm not taking anything from you guys, but this needs to be more of a streamlined process. You need to be able to get on here, drop some incredible information, right on the dime. It's real easy to go back in post-production to make things nice and pretty and theatrical, and I agree, and I love some of the quality a lot of these guys out there are doing. I do this live, multiple cameras, dropping the information for you right on the spot because this is actually what I live, eat, sleep, you know what, every single day. This is my profession, right? I don't do anything else on the side. I literally research. I'm data intensive every single day. So I do need days where I can decompress. You know what I mean? It's definitely not easy. I'm watching right now as my switching mode is doing such a great job right now. So you guys are getting this real theatrical feel right now as I'm giving you information. And I really appreciate that. Shout out to YOLOBOX Pro for providing such amazing equipment as we build up and do better and better. Look at that. It's right over there. See that? I love that. That's just dropping that information. So let's bring you back in for today's episode. Not trying to keep you for a long time. This is going to be once a week because every single day on my other playlist, I am dropping the Daily Drucker. And the Daily Drucker, I really suggest you guys go out and get that book. Such an amazing book for those business-minded people. So I'm in the middle of building another company. So this is actually helping me while I'm helping you. Help me, help you, help me, right? So I do that channel. It's probably all of 5 to 8 minutes of business solutions and solving every single day. And I like to give credit when credit is due to that book. And I suggest if you're going to follow along and learn some of those business trends and solutions, listen, the Harvard Business Model, School of Business, Masters, I think it's their MBA program, was initially based off of Peter Drucker. I think that's just an amazing thing, right? So the Daily Drucker, that's, you know what, I'm not going to spin off on that. Go to that channel, go to that playlist and subscribe, right? Like, subscribe, get on board, right? If you're all about success, if you're just here for the frivolous playing around and all that stuff, I don't do that on this channel. I may make some side jokes here and there, why not? I'm not dry humor, monotone. I literally like to have fun. But within this, you know what I mean? It's my desire here is to be able to keep you guys up to date. For those who understand money, we all know the stocks. We know what's going on. And shout out to the Quack Brothers for dropping a really, really thorough video the other day. I think it was I want to say either Friday or Saturday. They really dropped some great information, and it kind of inspired me for today's video, just for a section of it, because I wanted to be able to speak on a few things. And one of them was kind of like as I want to talk about the housing market right now and kind of do a temperature check, and what we're going to do is we're going to jump through the National Association of Realtors, NAR, and then we're also going to take a look at Redfin, because right now those two are really the headliners when it comes to staying on top of some of the data when it comes to real estate, right? And when I'm talking about real estate, I'm talking about residential and commercial. Everything that starts to happen with real estate happens in residential first, and then trends over on a slower evolution, if you will, with commercial. And the reason why that happens is because of the obvious. More people own a home than they do own commercial real estate. I mean, right? Because if it were that many people, then it'd be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? So, without further delay, I have this nifty checklist here. So, one of the things that I want to talk about was obviously, and we're going to come back to that at the end, is the housing market correction, right? Which I'm like, everyone's talking crash, crash, crash. And I don't know if they're trying to create a sense of urgency, create a fear factor, or what's going on. I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's fair to the viewer, the consumer. You really just want to know what decisions you need to make, or if you're owning property, where are you headed? What does it mean for your value and the decisions that you're probably going to not make moving forward, right? This is not 2007, 8, 9, and 10. This is not that. Okay, that was a banking issue. That was a bunch of loans that should have never been written. That was a bunch of mortgage brokers that were letting people get approved for loans that should have never gotten one. That was a bunch of people that were kind of happening right now with these ARM mortgages, adjustable rate mortgages. I did a video on that last week, right? This is not that, okay? Yes, the ARM has reappeared, but only because banks make money by writing loans. And if they can't write a loan, then they're trying to figure out a program to make it so that you can get a loan, right? So they're like, well, if you're only planning on owning a home for about 5 years or less, we have a program for that so that you can avoid all the high rates up until your 5th year. Sell the home by then or refi by then under what the rates may be at that time. That's the whole purpose of that. And you can research that until you're blue in the face if you so chose, right? But the purpose here is that's not what's happening right now. So why would it be a bubble? Why would there be an explosion? Oh, wait, maybe it's because they're trying to say that the prices were so high for homes. Wait, but we know why. The problem was you had a higher demand for a home than there was homes that were available. So you had 20 offers at your front door, and you're looking at the top 3 and 4 because they're cash, and then you're looking at the top 2 because not only are they cash, but they're offering 50 to 80,000 above and sometimes higher on a unicorn situation, or they're actually in a situation where, you know what? They're waiving every kind of inspection you can think of. They're just like, you know what? I don't care. Just sell me the house. Get me approved with your HOA, and if there is one, and I just want to get in, right? So outside of that, people are paying higher and higher for a home, but the banks are looking at it like, I'm not going to write up and approve a mortgage for a house that was 70, 80, 100 grand over. So then the appraisers come out and they're like, no, not appraising, not appraising, not appraising. And then those deals kind of started falling to the side, right? We started to see that. Right now they're saying that, about 60% of homes are, we're at 61%, where a month ago we were at 67%. So we're dropping, right? But that's still more homes being sold than usual. So it's not like we're still booming. Business is booming. Listen, real estate is moving, right? And I actually pulled up a graph from National Association of Realtors, not a graph, it's actually a chart that they have where it talks about that, and it kind of clears up, wait a minute, what's actually happening? Where are the big sales happening, right? So you're going to be able to see that. Well, you probably won't. What I need to do is I actually have to get another cable, okay? And I think it has to do with this monitor. I need a new monitor. I like this monitor. It's great. It's been with me for a while. I think I'm going to get a nice, pretty curved one. But the real reason why I need is because, so this guy only has one HDMI plug-in. So I wanted to have another one. I could probably get a splitter, but I'm not going to do all that. I want another monitor anyway. So, you know, that'll be on my Christmas list. But so what I want to do is you see how I just squirrel and just switch subjects? I'm bad like that. All right. So what I want to do is I actually want to plug that guy in because then I can just switch over and bam, drop you guys over here and you guys can actually read along with me, right? And see what it is that I'm talking about, like in some of my previous videos. But on those previous videos, I was also not going 2 cameras. Now I got 2 4K cameras, dropping it, you know, switching back and forth. Shout out to Sony, the A6600. What a gorgeous mirrorless camera. That thing just has amazing quality. I love the way it shoots. I'll take it out and do shots and stuff like that. It's just gravy. All right, so aside from the housing correction, right, the stock market headed to a rally. This is what I see, right? So I looked at some other videos. Some other guys are talking about this, and you have a few people that actually pull it. Instead of playing on all the hysteria and driving people all crazy and all that nonsense, they actually pull great data. Thank you for those who actually pull the real data and aren't sitting here playing on here. Andre Jackie, he's awesome with that. I know he likes his magic tricks, but he keeps your attention, right? And I get that. But he actually pulled some great data, some great information, and proved that what's actually going to happen. Now, what we don't know is a matter of time, right? We see historically that the market goes up, down, based on rates and so forth. Feds increase the rates, slows down the market. We get all of that, right? You guys have heard that a million times over. I'm not here to regurgitate that stuff. But what I am here to say is that there will be, right? This is proven, okay? There will be a turnaround. The market starts to drop. And they call that a rally point. And when it rallies, it's going to drop again. After that drop, what we don't know is how far that drop is going to go. It's going to drop. What I'm begging you to do, if you play in the market, if you're looking to make a huge wealth change, this is what you need to do. You need to pay attention. You need to look at the averages of the companies that you are trading with. You decide you want to invest in those companies. If they don't look like they're going anywhere, and make sure you pick the right ones, okay? It's going to take some time, but don't tell yourself you're not going to spend time, oh, it's boring, but I want to make more money, but you don't want to spend time looking at that, but then you'll spend an hour scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or one of those, you know, sites. So shame on you if that's what you're doing, right? But if you're not and you actually care, okay, and you actually want to grow and take advantage of what's happening right now, keep telling people when there's blood in the water, go, get it, right? So it's real simple. Right now, obviously, Walmart, Target, they're reporting consumer report sales right now is down, right? Their numbers are not as high. Target's like, it's not looking great. Walmart's like, hold tight. We'll get back to you, right? Consumer spending dropping drastically right now. Why? People are buying less stupid stuff. So pay attention to things like jewelry stores and stuff like that. Like, why are we going to go buy that stuff right now, right? Let's make sure that there's still going to be meat on the table. Let's make sure that we still have the commodities at home, the basic things for survival, right? Body wash and toothpaste. Pay attention to that stuff. It's going to come down to the basic needs of survival. Why do you think Dollar General has opened up stores everywhere? Because the cost of their products are $1, right? So it just makes sense. Pay attention to what's happening right now. If you're going to buy shares in a company and you're watching the investments, buy companies that are a conglomerate, you know, like the REITs and stuff like that, where it's multiple. Look at the ETFs, figure out what's going on, jump in there, right? Also, what traditionally happened, I talked to a buddy of mine, he works out at my gym, and he was talking about gold. He's like, gold and silver, dude, pay attention. He's right. Right. And I'm going to leave it right there because I don't want you to go out there and buy it. I'm going to buy it myself. Anyway, so and then it says over 30 trillion in U.S. debt right now. Dude, that's not going to change anytime soon. There isn't going to be a flip over and then all of a sudden we're gravy. No, this is going to take time. Debt's always going to be what it is. Right. People aren't paying their credit cards right now. Credit card companies are freaking out. Right. So you have to understand something. Right. How are you going to make your decisions moving forward? I'm going to reel it right back and come right back because I really want to talk about what National Association of Realtors is talking about with property. It doesn't mean don't buy. No, you buy. You can't control the market. Stop thinking when the right time to buy. The right time to buy is when you're ready to buy. If you're capable right now to buy, you go buy, because right now there's someone willing to sell. They just need to hear the number that they need to hear. That's not your concern. Don't worry about the things that you can't control. That's the number one problem with most people every single day. We make up a story in our head. It has never even happened. But because we've already lived it in our head, we don't make the decision. We turn around and we go the other way. What the heck just happened? You're 100% failure if you don't take an attempt, right? Any attempt that's not even taken is already a loss, right? So you might as well try, at least gain the experience. You might learn something and find out, you know what? I needed to offer more, right? Is it within my budget? Nope. Oh, wait, you know what? Now I have an idea. Existing home sales retract 2.4% in April, says it right there. National Association of Realtors on May 19th, 2022 by media contact Quentin Simmons. Thank you, Quentin, for dropping this information. It says key highlights. We're going to touch on those. Existing home sales fell for the third straight month to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 5.6 million. Sales were down 2.4% from the prior month and 5.9% from 1 year ago. So year to date. So of course they're dropping. They're dropping because cash buyers have slowed down. And then those who could qualify for a loan are no longer qualifying for a loan. I wonder why they're not qualifying for a loan, because the loan rates have gone up. It's common sense. So if the rates have gone up, that means the window of buyers that could have qualified has just gotten more narrow, and therefore they remain renters. Chain reaction. So the landlord says, guess what? Yes, I know that rent is $2,300. If you would like to renew, it is $2,800. Yes, very real. And you will budget to figure it out, because if all you need to do is start paying another $500 a month, you might want to start paying another $500 a month, because I can tell you right now, the next decision you're going to be making is first, last security, figuring out what days you need to take off from work, and getting a moving truck. You're going to take a loss just to find another place, just to find out that you're going to be spending that money anyway. So let's be smart about it, right? It says with slower demand, the inventory of unsold existing homes climbed to 1.03 million by the end of April. We're already at the end of May, right? Or the equivalent of 2.2 months of the monthly sales pace. The median existing home sales price increased at a slower year-over-year pace of 14.8% to $391,200. I'm not going to go into detail on here. Those were the key highlights on NAR. Go to their website, nar.realtor.com. Go to newsroom, and then existing home sales. Find it, read it, get caught up. This is a national level. All right, this is intensive information. I definitely wanted to tell you guys that it doesn't mean that the sales have stopped, but I can tell you where it's happening. According to their chart, they have a supplemental data chart. It says percent change in sales from 1 year ago. 1 year ago, I'm going to tell you where the changes have dropped and where they've gone up. Homes in the $250,000 range and below have dropped across the line. So if you're buying a home, condo, townhouse, single family, right, and you're in that price range, 250 and down, those sales have dropped. Why? Because that buyer, that's probably your middle and middle lower class buyer in that price range, or investor, right? And the need for those has dropped significantly. It says in the Northeast, 14% negative. Midwest, 2.9, still holding, right? Actually, no, that's 250 and up. I'm going to go below that. Midwest, Northeast, a significant drop all across the board, but I'm going to read it from the top. 22.7%. Midwest, negative 14.9%. They're all negatives. South, negative 36.7%. West, negative 55.8%. We all know that, right? So we're talking about everybody out west. California is probably the big number there, right? And then across the U.S., globally, nationally, negative 29.2%. That number has climbed, right? And then we go into the middle price range of 250 to 500,000. So now we're in that middle to middle upper class buyer, okay, where their household income is significantly higher. In the Northeast, which is where everyone left from, negative 14.7%. That's the first one I read to you. I was in the wrong column before. In the Midwest, up 2.9%. So they kind of went over there. They're like, all right, we're going to try life over there for a little bit, right? I don't want to stay too long in this video. This is 20 minutes already, and I'm just dropping facts for you guys, right? In the South, up 5.5%. In the West, negative 30.5%. It's dropping. Nobody wants to go out west anymore for obvious reasons. Water's drying up out west too. Did you see that article? It's crazy right now. So U.S. in that price range, negative 5.2. Now, the deeper pockets. You're talking about the business owners, people that are entrepreneurs, work from home, bringing in a little bit more, that 500,000 to 750,000 range. In the Northeast, which is where everyone was leaving, negative 6.7%. Midwest, South, and West, up 18.3%, 38.9%, and 9.9%. They all left the Northeast and started building up in the Midwest, South, and West in exactly that order. And as a result, up 18.5%. Go up in price range, same thing. Northeast dropped, negative 2.1%. That is the $750 to $1 million home sales, right? Midwest, up 14%. South, up 39.7%. West, up 14%. Not much. Nationally, up 19.3%. The numbers are growing. So don't let someone tell you that there aren't sales. There are sales. It just depends on your pocket size, right? So that's why I said, if the conditions are right for you to buy, you go buy. That's how you know when it's time to buy. Not because somebody else told you, but because it's right for you and the deal is right for you. That's the same thing in the market right now when it comes to stocks. If you have the money right now to go invest, like I said, when there's blood in the water, go and buy up the stocks that are the smart ones and just sit and wait. It's not affecting your bills at home. You're still able to take care of that. You're managing your money. And then on the other side, you take it on, right? I'm not going to go further with that because I really wanted to read this Redfin report. United States housing market as of April 2022. So I'm sure they're updating it. They're probably going to have a report for May. But it says median sale price, $412,000, right? It's up 15.6% year over year. Number of homes sold is actually down 13.2% year over year by 45,706, right? Number of newly listed homes is down negative 10.5% year over year. It's come down a little bit because a lot of listings aren't happening. Also, not just because of that, but a lot of people are doing what are called like side deals, like you got for sale by owners and stuff like that. These people are like trying to X out the agent because they're trying to save as much money in their pocket as possible. So this typically happens. There's nothing you could do about that as long as they don't screw up. I'm going to tell you for sale by owners, all right? I'm going to educate you real quick. Do not sell your home by yourself and pay your neighbor, your best friend, or someone because they brought you someone. You are committing a felony. You are acting as a real estate agent. You will lose your butt. Okay? So don't do that. You can do a for sale by owner deal. That is just you. You don't pay anyone. Okay? You do your deal. Otherwise, you let an agent take control and do their job. You don't go to court without an attorney. You look like an idiot. All right? Same thing for sale by owner. If you're going to play that game, I want you to understand the risk that is involved. Someone will talk, especially if you had a great deal and you sold and the word gets around, you're done. Okay? So don't play that game. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, like, subscribe, check in, follow on my Facebook. Thank you guys once again. What an amazing video today. It was a long one. See you.